Osteoarchaeology is the study of human remains in the archaeological context with a big drive on it. So you'll see a lot of courses on human osteology, paleopathology, and what we really focus on here is placing all those techniques within the archaeological context. So really for me it's about answering archaeological questions through the study of the human remains themselves. So our students will spend most of their time down here in Marshall, which as you can see is an absolutely amazing setting, and a lot of people have come in and describe it. They get the wow factor and they say, oh, this is like CSI meets Hogwarts, which I think is probably the best description we have for it. So I think for students this is an exciting space to be in, and certainly for me, I love being in this space, and yeah, I think it's a really unique thing that we have going on here.
When I first arrived at Marshall, I was in awe. It was stunning, unlike anything you would find anywhere else, especially in the United States.
One of the great strengths of the Aberdeen Osteoarchaeology programme is the really close relationship between archaeology and the museum. Students will be part of the museum, they'll have access to those collections. It's not a matter of going to another museum to see things, they will be in the collection at all times.
So not only do we have this amazing space, but most importantly, we have a really serious collection housed here in Marshall College, which our students have unique access to. So we have over 1,000 skeletons, predominantly medieval, but we also have Neolithic, Bronze Age, Iron Age, you name it, we've probably got it down in the stores. And there's also some ethnographic material that there's potential to have access to as well. And on top of that, we're also growing the collections. So we have some new medieval sites that our students have been very privileged to be able to work on new material that no one's ever looked at before. So they're processing it, analysing it, and writing reports on it.
We were very fortunate this year in the Osteo program because we acquired a collection from Scotland, which dates the medieval period that no one had ever looked at before. And so we got to clean and basically excavate in the lab and do our own original research on this collection, which is something you're not likely to get in many other places.
In addition to the courses that the students do for the MSc, so we have human osteology and human paleopathology. They'll also take 2 courses looking at additional scientific approaches in archaeology as a module. They do that in the first semester alongside the human osteology, and then in the second semester they'll look at theory and practice. So that's more theoretical archaeological concepts, which is really useful, even though it doesn't sound immediately like it's something you should be doing if you're studying human osteology. But I think students find that it really helps them with interpretations and developing archaeological narratives. And within this course itself, even though it's not a specific module, we do a lot of extra archaeological focus. So we look at specific case studies and have like a journal club once a week in my office.
The university's museum collection is one of the most important in Scotland. Huge range of things. They're now recognised as being of national significance and account for about 300,000 items in total. We've a particular strength, I think, in the history and archaeology of the northeast of Scotland.
For students that are graduating from our programme in human osteoarchaeology, there's quite a broad range of avenues that they could move into. So obviously working for a commercial unit, either as an archaeologist or as an osteoarchaeologist, and still engaging with their specialism, that's a clear direction. Those who are really keen to pursue something more academic can move on to do PhDs. And then, of course, if those who just want any kind of job, there's a broad range of things you can do. Things such as civil service, for example. I myself have done that in the past. So really, there's quite a few industries you can apply your skill set to when you graduate from this program.